Hello. Welcome to stream. Is my VTuber app working? Nope, not yet. There we go, now it's working. There we go, come on, there we go. Hey! Okay, is my chat working? Welcome. Okay, so working on a new place because I honestly need time away from my other factory. Whether we ever go back, I don't know. Probably will. It's just I need a break from it. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop my music now. It is very nice music though. I love it. It's just amazing. I found it from an anime movie, and oh my goodness, it is bloody good. Oh, lots of people are streaming today. Interesting. Okay, so welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to today's stream, which we are going to be doing. Well, Satisfactory, we're going to continue on this factory a bit later today because I've been off camera doing stuff. No actual work. I've been just what's how to explain it. I've been taking cinematic shots because I do have a video that I plan on releasing this. Well, not this week, but I got in the works. Ideally, I wanted to become a weekly thing where we just do a video and an update on what has been done in this week. So like this week we'll show this, and this week will be like a bit of a big area, and every Saturday we'll take. Well, every Saturday we'll edit. So this one won't get released till next week, and then so and so. So it's always a week behind, but that's fine. Okay, so what we want to do is rethink this. We need obviously to get. I was thinking about it. Sure, I can get max. I can use all this. I also think it's probably a good idea to keep some of this as keep some of the items as what you call them. Words, come on. Keep some iron output, although we make a lot of it into steel. I think we should keep some as just pure iron because I don't know if we're gonna have. If there's gonna be times where having all steel is a good idea. Yeah, we think we need to have some more variety. We can't just have all steel. Although, yeah, we are running down lower those. I also picked up more resources. Well, I had to go back to my old factories to go take some like cool looking shots. So I didn't fancy I thought, let me just pick up some more resources while I'm at it. So we got some more over here. Although I do want to change this because I want it to be more in line here, because the issue we're gonna have. Actually, we need to grab this, put it about halfway, because we want to just move it out of the way, because I didn't realize when we built this the first time it's currently in the way here. So it's in the way of these things here. So let me just run back here. You can see it there. So it's 1, 2. Pipe will then be there. We want to again. Yeah, that's better. So we build you here. Build you there. Drop you down here. And we just locate that up. Then we can just loop straight there. Also straight connect there. And obviously we're just going to dismantle this side, but that's fine. Because this is kind of, this is what the plan was, just to redo this. It's not good at the cable. Power cable is kind of important. Okay. We can actually leave that in. So, first off, let's just get the bottom one in. So the bottom one, that's not straight. Now that is not straight. No, please stop trying to get rid of that. It really doesn't like that cable. It really wants to get rid of it. The hitbox is a bit off. Like that. And then cover that connect. Let that connect into here. That works. Then we want to get rid of this, because this then needs to be, we need to replace that in. So we've got logistics, help and support. I want it to be in the right same spot as that, but then just push it up by 2. That way we actually get the connection all very nice. That is a nice connection there. But it doesn't want to do it. Noodle, vertical. Probably better if we just get rid of it that way and just get it down here ourselves. Or do we just push this in here so we can actually push it back by 1 maybe? Then they push back by 1 might work a little bit nicer. Also, they have announced 2.0, so that I'm looking forward to. So 2.0, I think, is actually in development. Well, it's obviously been in development for a while. It's just now they officially announced it, which is cool. And they are, from the sounds of it, they're going to be doing stuff to liquids. They did make kind of a troll announcement that they're adding liquid. They showed a preview which just showed liquid trucks, which is a bit of a troll, but I think they are legitimately working on liquids, which would be good, because I do think like the liquid side of this game is a bit lackluster and has its own host of issues. So what we want to do, I want to get up there so we can craft a blueprint. We want to then create a blueprint for the blueprint for a smelter. I also started the Mark II pipe research. Granted, we don't have the rubber for that yet, but it'll do. Clear blueprints. Cool. Got that. Okay, so what we need to do, first off, we don't want this being on the foundation, so we're going to ignore that. So for, oh, I don't have modular frames. I hate modular frames, it's such a pain. I'm always running out of them. Again, something I should probably sync, but I don't sync, so technically I can't really complain, but I will complain anyway. I like complaining. It's a very good pastime, complaining. Okay, so this... Which way do we want both these? I have this. I will kind of be using a design, not my design. I don't know whose design it is. I think something like this. So this is the output. So we have the output there. Then we get rid of that. Then we have a splitter there, splitter there. Technically be this way, so this, if this was flipped around. Okay, let me just reposition it, because I want this to be in the right position so I actually get things right. So this way, we get it here. Let's just make sure it's all lined up in the center. Here we go, center that way, center that way. Cool. I've just placed it the exact same way I have, for goodness sake. Like this. Like that, centered there. Okay. I think when I saw it, it was something like this. It was a merger here. Which obviously we need a merger just so it can hook up. Steel ingot. That is 40 output, so that's fine. So you can just mark one if they're there. Then I think we want input there. No, we actually want inputs this way actually. Inputs there, inputs there. Do we want to increase our outputs to go the same way? Yeah. Output that way. There we go. Also. Oh, these are merged, not splitters. For that, switch it for that. Then we can get rid of that one. And then I think it was Well, how much inputs? Yeah, speaking of Mark 1 inputs. Like that. One too high. Like that. Like that. Like that. Yep, that's it. Okay, nice. That I think was how it was designed. We will then turn this line to... Okay, which one's going to be the... Which line's going to be the iron? We have the iron... Actually, do we change these? Actually, I wouldn't mind these going the opposite way. Let's go to these, go to these. Obviously, we got to disconnect these. Actually want the inputs this way because that's where the things are going to come from. Yep, that'll do. You know, this is my issue. Obviously, I can do black for coal. But at the same time... Technically, my output's going to be black as well because... Yeah. Okay, that's a predicament. Low presets. Iron. Low presets. Iron done. There you go. Then we just want to put that line into there. That line into there. Cool. Now this we can just stack easy enough. I don't think we need much more to that. We can just that can just work. And what was it? How much coal do we have? Was it 480? Could we have one Mark IV full of it? Yeah, 180. For goodness sake, one. Okay, I need to write this down because we're losing. I keep forgetting. Coal equals 480. Cool. And let's just save this. Hello there. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Sassing. How you doing? Oh, now it's gonna test my spelling. Boundary. Let's do that way. Boundary. Version 1. I think it's version 2 guys, we have one there anyway. And let's just make this black. Okay, maybe not that black, maybe a little less black. It's like that. Cool, yeah it does. And good, tonight is a change from summer to winter time. Yes it is, yeah. I know the clocks are supposed to be going back today as well for me. Save. There you go. And that should be this constructed, which will be our one that we... Oh no, actually I do want to do one thing though. There's one thing here I do want to do. It's So UK has summer and winter time too. We go from, instead of it being Greenwich, we go from BST, which is British Summer Time, and then we change over to not British Summer Time, then we change to Greenwich Mean Time. So we'll go back by an hour. And save. Yep, cool. Yeah, so we will change from BST to Greenwich Mean Time. Because we go back. We update our clock to the winter and summer and whatnot. Although they were talking about stopping doing that, but it didn't come into anything. So you also have 1 hour more sleep tonight. Yes, we do. We do have an extra hour's sleep, which is nice. You can never have too much sleep. Nice. Yes, indeed it is. Okay, so we want this lined. We don't really need to leave too much room here, but I also don't want to crowd it. So yeah, that will do. Then we can put that in there. And that's our first of many foundries. And then obviously we have the platform on top to put more up there. Okay, so we have that. How much iron do we output here? This is 130 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay, so let's do that first. Let's do 130 times 8 plus, because this is only a half one, yeah, 65. Plus 65. We have 1,100. Yes, we got iron equals 1,000. And what was it again? 1,105. I think 1,105. There we go. That's all our iron output. We do need somewhere to mark all this down eventually, but I don't know where I'm going to do that. So let's say, well, one of these uses how much? The coal? 45. Let's just go 480 divided by 45. That's 10.66666. Let's do 45 times 10. Just 480, which means we have an extra 30 left. With an extra 30 left, we can just do what? How much can we underclock it? Just wanted to use 30, so 65%? Nope. 66%? Nope. 67. No, I'm doing that. I can do 30 here. There you go. Except this is the wrong recipe. Whoopsies. We then want this cold input to be 30. Okay, there we go. That seems good. 55. Yeah, there we go. 75%. There we go. And then we need 10 of them. So how do we want to do this? Obviously, we can stack it. People auto connect. I don't auto connect. I'm blueprint connect. There we go. So obviously we can put another one in here. And then we could have it 5 along. Or we could go one more again and have it. Or we could have it 1 high. But then if you have it 3 high, that will only use... If we have it 3 high and we need 11 of them, we'll have a funny number. We'll have a funny looking amount of them, but I guess that's fine. It's not going to be a perfect square, but actually no, there's no way we can do it. Because we have 11 machines, we're never going to get a nice number. Okay, that's fine. Let me just grab some more. What's the status on the Minecraft server? The one I'm playing at the moment, quite good. It's going alright. Making my own one for the what's it call it? Did I not grab? Oh, I ran out of frames. Are you kidding me? We need more frames. Oh, for goodness sake. As for one for our entire for the channel, I can do it, but I'm just gonna, for the time being, I think I'm just gonna wait on it, and then we can, once it starts getting a bit worn out, when we start running out of things to do, we'll start one up. But the one I'm playing, when you want to start, maybe, that one, I can do it. I got 30 days of free trial, but my only issue I have with it is that there's not much I can do about what you call it? What's the word? I can't think of the word now. What's the word I'm thinking of? Monitoring? Yeah, monitoring. What monitoring is it? I was just making sure things don't get griefed, because as it stands, if something gets griefed, I have zero way of finding out who did it. which would be problematic. I'm not sure about other ways of getting around that. I have hosted a server with Nitro before. Nitro before. Terrible. I wouldn't recommend it. The server was insanely unstable, and I don't know how you go about adding plugins to a realm either. So I'm not entirely sure. I swear on the German constitution that I won't breathe. Yep, and I believe you for that. But I can't. Obviously, we can't take everyone for that. Obviously, not everyone is like that. So I'd rather have things in place to get it sorted in case it does happen, rather than it happening and having no way to get it, you know, sorted. Also, pairing the fact that my mace also started up a realm, I don't really want to be doing two at the same time either. Plus, and also there's a lot more logistics I need to think of with running it for the server anyway. But we'll see. It's not forgotten about. It's just considering all the how things would work. But we'll see. But no, I do have 30 days free trial, so that gets that bit out of the way. And I might also be having work. I might also have, in the near future, I might also be working, so I don't know how much time. But I should be back at like 5 o'clock, if not 6. Well, I'll be back at 6 o'clock at latest every day, but the last thing I want to do is come back from work to then need to do a bunch more maintenance on the server because someone decided it'd be funny to go and grief the server. And I do think now they do have backups, so I think they automatically save backups now, so that would make things easier. It's a lot to think about. Okay, that'll do. Back to base. Back to my other factory. It's like this movie night thing as well I was rethinking about doing. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be the best way of doing it. Because you can use Discord games, and there's a way to stream YouTube videos to Discord quite easily. But the only other way to get like the anime ones, or anything outside of YouTube, I would need to screen share it, and I'm not too sure how. I don't know what the quality's like on that, so I need to test out what the quality looks like. Because if it's super pixelated, there's no, well, where's the fun in watching a pixelated movie? There's not really much fun in it. Pair that, I also got sick this week as well. Oh, this week. Also kind of changed plans a bit. I also got a bunch of job searches I need to catch up on because I was unwell and I didn't get around to doing it. We'll see. There's just a lot going on. Also, I'm trying to work on YouTube videos. I got a video in the works now. I got more. I need to get back to editing some more Doki Doki because I got lots of that to edit. I also got. Do you get the job by now? I want you to the end of next week because they're still interviewing people. They will still be interviewing people next Monday, so I want you back off them till the next weekend. I think. Interviews weren't open. They were opened until Tuesday, next Tuesday. So I won't do anything till after the weekend. Well, the weekend. So that's another thing. So I'm job search. I have the job search when I might actually have a job, but obviously I won't know until next weekend. And in the meantime, I have to look for more jobs. Bit of a pain, but I can't do much about it. But once I do get a job, it'll make life a lot easier. What did you apply for? Still the super... Yeah, this is just the supermarket. Also, I have applied to other places, but they never got back to me. Although I did have one company come back to me, and it's like, okay, would you like to have an interview? I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Whereabouts is this interview again? Oh, it's at so-and-so. But this place they told me that on the phone was completely different to what it told me on the website. So there's two different locations, and the location they told me to visit them for the interview, I couldn't get there and back in time for my buses, so I'd get stranded. I'm like, oh well, I can't do that. Another one I messaged, the time for working was incorrect. They said they finished at like 4, 5 o'clock, but actually they didn't finish till 6 o'clock. I'm like, it's only when I asked, they're like, oh yeah, we don't finish till 6 o'clock. So if your travel options change, can reapply to us. But in the meantime, we can't take you. And it's like, oh, well, great. Don't advertise it to something. Oh, did I need... I'm gonna have to travel. I only have 100 of those. Oh, I should have grabbed rotas when I was there. I felt like there was something I needed to grab. Yeah, so, you know, I am looking. It's just been a pain. But then, like, it's nothing new. Most people who are looking for jobs are having the same issue. At least where I live, it is a problem. Just want to get rid of these puppets. There you go. And there we go. Now this will be okay. You know what? This is massively inefficient. I'm getting rid of you. Getting rid of you. I'm getting rid of you. Getting rid of you. Getting rid of you. I'm getting rid of you. And I'm replacing these in because I can get that a little closer. Oh no, we can't. Oh, it's the foundry that's getting in the way. Never mind. Interdimensional depots would help you both in the game and real life if they can transport living beings. Yes, it would. That's 9, 10, and then the extra one, right? That's right. Yeah. They really would help massively. And to make matters even worse, my bus company is on strike this week and next week. So that's just going to be... It's on strike for the next 2 weeks. Which just makes things even more inconvenient. As if they weren't inconvenient enough already. So that's how my job search can be going. Not great. And incredibly painful. Yes, also as like another channel thing, I'm wanting to start getting some more like actual videos output, start getting some more videos on the works. I do also plan on doing weekly updates on Satisfactory, which will be linked into our streams we do. And I also think might record some, what you call it, Trackmania stuff as well. I'm going to start recording the weekly shorts. Because I think that'll also be fun. But again, it's just my issue. I just think getting all the time to do everything is my issue. What's Trackmania? Do you remember the racing game I was playing? If you remember the racing game I was playing, that's Trackmania. Yeah, that's Trackmania, that is. Actually, let me just delete these ones. So I start uploading stuff like that. Good game. Yeah, it definitely is. It's a very good game. Put it like that. Then we rehook these into here. Though I still mix these blueprints. Oh, I really should be. I should have been using blueprints a lot sooner than I were. I should have been using blueprints a lot earlier than I started, because they make life so much easier. It's amazing how easy they make things. Do that. Also, I will admit, all these like location markers is frying my brain. And obviously you connect to you, but obviously you're both going in the same direction, so we've got to get that sorted. Here and into here, then into here. Yeah, but then again, all this stuff I want to do, the biggest limitation on it again is time. Time that I simply don't really have enough of. It's because I don't have to understand your machines. What do you mean? They're perfectly understandable. I'm sure you could understand it if you wanted to. The top input is for the top input. So these ones here, the ones that's this one, these ones, and these ones are all inputs for coal. So we'll put coal, and then these coal ones move the items backwards. So the item comes around the back, into there, and then down into the inputs. But I just moved all the inputs into one side. Actually, and not my design. I saw someone else's. This is somebody else's design I saw on YouTube. I don't know whose. I think it's been reshared a million times. But I don't actually know who's the original creator of this design. If there even is one, because multiple people can come up with the same design. But I saw it and thought, you know what? I could utilize that. And utilize it I am. Also, this machine here, this is just equalizing the conveyor lines to have the correct amount in each conveyor line. Just because it's giving the exact amount it needs to the exact... It's giving the exact amount it needs for each line. Okay, let me just... Give me here. And also means it keeps my factories a little bit more... compact. It means my factories aren't as big, because I can fit. If you do things vertically, you can save on a lot of horizontal room. Cool. Now that is our coal line. So coal will just filter through here, which I think will actually connect up here now. We do have a coal line here. How do we want to get you in? So it's 1 and then 2. And just so we can get this lined up properly, let's move you here. Get 3 of those in. Then we just zip this down like here. Just so it actually lets me place it this way. Then we go to that. Oh, for some reason that's the wrong color. Go to that. There we go. Then this runs into here. Although I wouldn't mind it not doing it straight away. Okay, right here. Here's too close. Let me just maybe knock it back by one. Like that. Like that. Okay, so now it goes into there. Cool. Now that being the case, all our coal is now being transported into here. Which now all the machines should start being filled up. Obviously, we'll have to give it a little second to get it all filled. That's fine. Next thing we need to input is the iron. The iron, I think, is over here. Iron output. Although I don't think my lines are exactly full. No, we've got these. We got these 3 iron lines here, which has 3 each on it. Yes, that's 130, 260, 390. Okay, so we just need to have these lines equalize size. Okay, so how do we do that? What's going to be the best mechanism for that? I think right here is it going to have to be done here. How can we do this nicely, actually? Let me just build it in the open where I can just practice it. Oh, I might be able to utilize priority mergers now, can't I? Yes, I might be able to prioritize these here. Let's go to smart splitters. I don't need smart splitters for this. I don't think. Do I need it for this? I don't know. Maybe? There you go. Would smart splitters be a good idea for this? Yeah, maybe it would be a good idea to have smart splitters. Which one's my normal splitter? Is number 8 my normal splitter? Yeah. 9, and then we have merge one. 8. We go. Okay, so we want a. We got 3 lines here. Let me just hook these lines up. Like going around the corner. Can these hook up like that? Here we can. Cool. Like that. And we also stick one of these in. Right in the middle. That, like that. Cool. Now with that being the case, we now need them to transfer. How are we gonna do this? You obviously need a merger. I think we need a splitter first. Let's get a smart splitter in here. And we want left to be any undefined, any, and then center overflow. So the overflow will go straight into the center. So this comes in here. This is then inputting 300 and no, because this one's skin front because this one only has 100. 100, 260, 260, plus that 260, that's about 300 odd. So it only has that much in it. So if we then were to run this into here, this one would then we run into that. So there, we then merge it. We need to then merge it into another one. Oh, wait a minute. I did see a good design for this. Let me go. I think Doc had a good design for this. Satisfactory. I want to look. He did have a really good one for that. Doc. Conveyor balance, gaming with Doc. Let me see, can I find his shot? He had a conveyor Yeah, I've done a very good short that explained what I need to do. I don't remember how to do it. Better plating conversion. Where is it? Train planning, pipe splitting, pipe merger, decorative tiles, modular. I think I understand what you're trying to do. Yeah, I basically want to max out one line, but I'm not sure what's the best way of doing that. Priority mergers, let's see. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want. Machine guys, machine mega plants, caves, parkour, exploration, speed running today. Documents, hypertube, conveyor manifolds, arches, don't care, modeler, body pipe, split of reinforcement. Where is it? Oh, where? Oh, I just accidentally done that. Whoops. Simple steel, geothermic train junctions, overclocking. Access is did. Oh, advanced load maybe. No, where is it? Inventory dumps, playing Vtuber, liquid trains, circular dependencies. Oh, awesome shot and documented power pulls, mod engineering. Okay, well I'm just gonna have to think about this myself. Okay, so let's just do it in the open where I can think, where we actually got room to think. So we want. This is our input line. Let's say this is our input. Why does it keep trying to place backwards? This is our input line. This says it has 80, so we then put this into a... Go to you. This then goes into a smart splitter. And then this smart splitter we want... Okay, maybe we do splitter, splitter, splitter. So let me just actually get normal splitters just to pretend they're smart splitters. So we can do smart... No, not smart splitter. I want splitter. That is. Splitter, splitter like that. So we obviously want to fill up the bottom line, so then we have a merger here. Like that. So we can then put you go into that one, but you don't output anything. We just keep you going forward. You don't need a splitter. What is going on with my placement tool? It seems really out of whack. And then this one, which has the input, we then have come down here. Oh, okay, maybe it needs more distance, but the idea was that... Yeah, okay, we can do that, okay. We will do that, okay. Let's then do this. And go to this. So what we want is a... No splitted on the bottom, but we do want... We don't want smart splitter there, we want to do normal. Smart splitter there, and then we need a smart splitter there. So let's go crafting bench. Crafting bench, where is it? AI limiter, there you go. There you go. Then we put another smart splitter in here. Then we can just connect these up. This doesn't need to be connected up to anything because you're not going to be doing anything. Although I can actually compact this by putting in a merger here. We can merge this line in like that, and then we can mark for it here. But get it to connect. Come on. There, like that. And there we go. We now have. This is what I'm doing because now this will. We say it prioritizes right in output, prioritizes right, and middle's overflow. Which now means the middle one will only ever get extra, whereas that one doesn't. So then you can just, let's say, go on your merry way, because now this is a maxed out conveyor line. Because at the bottom one here, let me actually mark these with pipe signs, so I can always come back And I can always... I need quartz. Of course I do. That way I can always have a quick look at what's actually happening there. Because I think this is where I made a mistake in my other factory. I didn't label things enough. I just went, I remember. And the problem is I can't remember a lot. I can't remember everything that I do. So by writing notes to myself, I can remember what I did. So let me do it this line here. So one here. Why is it backwards? That's not what I want. As we put it here. Yeah, one there. Like that. One there. One there. Okay, that works. Okay. So here's our... Yes, it's not the most correctly placed, but oh well. It can't get any placing. So this one has exactly... Let me go... It's 160 times 2 plus 65. So this has 385 iron. Iron's correct. Let me just input 300 and what? 300 and what was it? 385. 385 per M. I'll just say output equals iron output equals that. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Okay, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. Also, the top two will be the same. The middle and top will be the same. So that's 130 plus 130 plus 130. That's quite an easy one to do. So let me just go 60 times 3, 480. Wait a minute. That's 480. Why did I just do all this fancy merging? We don't need to do that. Because one of these max... That is right. Oh, never mind. I've been done. We don't need any of this. Got all that. We don't need that. Okay, that makes life easier. Go to those. Go to this. Go to this. We don't actually need that. I'm trying to solve a problem that isn't a problem. So all we need to do is just take one of these inputs and that's just run it. We don't actually need it being hooked up. So we just have 3 conveyor lines here. Then we just keep these running nicely, and then we want this running not here because we don't want to get in the way. We'll have it run all the way down this side, so we want a nice amount of room for this to fit in. So maybe like here, then we can just pop that in like that. Cool. Then you can run in hook there. Then this can run down here and hooking there. I've made that too tall, haven't I? Yes, I have. Doesn't need to be that tall. Oopsie doopsie, that's fine. So we then grab you. Run that into you. Run that into you. Run that into you. Run that into you. And now that's all our iron being inputted. Like that. Now we do have to actually replace in the middle ones. Because as it stands, it's going to be in the wrong position. I want to go to you. And I actually want a splitter coming in that way. It does mean I've got to replace this, because this won't replace it in the right spot. There we go. It won't automatically reconnect, which sucks. I wish it would automatically reconnect, but it won't. Then we go to these. And if all these gone, we go one there, one there, one there. We then connect all these up like this, without falling off preferably. There's definitely a lot of conveyors here. That is something. That is definitely the case. There's a lot of them. That's fine. I need to add this back onto my number key, because it's kind of crucial. Then we have number 4s come up here. Why is it not wanting to go in? Because I placed it the wrong way. Yeah, I have. Cool. There we go, like that. And then right here, like that. Jump up here, then in like that. Then in like that. Cool. Then that's all those inputs. Then right here, we do the same here. Up like that. Then we just need to run all the way up to the top and just get the last of these in. If I were to build them out, would you then connect nicely there? No, you wouldn't. We'd need a splitter here just to get you to play nice. Which is a pain, but what can you do? Small splitter number 0, normal splitter number 9. There we go. Like that. And then number 4. Like that. Saying I should raise this up by 1. And 2 like that. Like that. And then like that. Then these all connecting quite nicely with no problems. And then by the time that all loads up, that should be equally... That should just get up there nicely. We can connect this up here. Now this will then also fill all these. Nice, okay. So now we should be outputting steel. This should now output something ridiculous, right? So we got... We'll ignore that one. That's the 30. So we got 10 times 4. Oh, 450. 450. Now that can't be 45 plus 10. Oh no, I've got the wrong recipe. That's annoying. I've got the wrong recipe in here. Basic ingot. There you go. That's fine. So 60 times 10 is 600. So we will need to divide the resources up. That's fine. Let me just Control C. Let me copy this. Let's just go to V. Control V. Sense paste. Control V. Because this will save me a lot of headache. I wonder how long should I stream for today. I'm not really... I'm just not feeling that much into doing super long, but we'll see. Like this. I think after we get this running, I think we need to probably get... I think my next option will be... I need to get trains so I can get some oil over here. Which is why I'm doing this, because I used for the alternate crafting recipe. Okay, cool. There we go, go to that. So all that is all hooked up to the right recipes. So we should probably think about how we're gonna divide this up. We could split this into 2 lines, and then split those two, one maxed at one line, and not maxed with the other one. What we're gonna do with all the said things, I don't know. But we'll see. So I guess we could hook up. We could have, so we hook up these 3 here. We hook those 6 there, those 6 there. Merge them there into 2 lines and send them down here, and we put some sinks there. Yeah, that'll work. So to do this, we just need you connecting to you. There's already one there, but it doesn't seem to be connected for some reason. That's weird. It should be connected. Like that. Say Mark 1. Mark 1, yeah, you'll handle them. Cool. Then you run into you, but again... I don't think you're actually connected, are you? Also, I can't get to it, but right here... Yeah, it's not actually connected up for some reason. Despite it quite clearly being there, it's not actually connected. That's very weird. And then obviously this line can go forward. Like this. No, not like that. I need to be a bit closer. Just 8. Like this. Run to here. You run into here. And then, yeah, that's one done. Then we'd have a merger here. That one, and then these will hook up the rest of you, which will work. Cool. And we're just gonna get this done for both sides. And once it's done for both sides, so we may as well just delete all these because they're not even connecting up for some reason, which is bizarre. Wait a minute. Oh, I hooked you up to the wrong thing. Of course I hooked you up to the wrong thing. There we go. Disconnect that. Then we go to you, go to view, go to view. Oh, we don't even need that merger here, do we? No, we don't. Merger there. Merger there. Merger there. Merger there. Merger there. And I've placed these mergers in the wrong bloody spot. Oh, for goodness sake. So I'm going to have to dismantle all that again. These mergers are supposed to go in this way. Like that. And like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. And then down here, you can have it merge here, which we may as well use these ones. That's that one done. I'm also going to go quickly over here, grab some more encased beams, because we are running a tad slow on them. Slow on them? Low on them. Not slow, I mean low, not slow. Although I do want to get these bottom ones done, just so I can hook the outputs out. Something like that. Merger right here. Like that. Then merger right like that. Connect you up here. Connect you into there. Connect you into there. And again, that's working exactly how I want it to work. Then we jump up here. Jump up here. And then with that being the case, you want this one to be this level. Connect to there. Now that connects all these 2 conveyor lines in here. And then we go up to the 3rd floor. which we don't even need that because it's just the one. Which I will get rid of because I think there's something wrong with it somehow. How, I don't know. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it, but I think there is. Merger number 7. No, it's a splitter. Number 8. There we go. There we go, like that. Connect into that. In like that. And you. There we go. Something like that. Now we both have those inputs and that's all working. Cool. Granted, now I do realize I need to hook up some power. Because power is something I haven't hooked up till now. Put one power line there. One power line there. You connect to you. You. There is none for that one. And one. There we go. Like that. And where is it? Come on. There. Then we put one here. Into here. Then you. 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 Then I just need to jump up here. Now these are all connected. We could also maybe connect you up to the other power. So we grab you, we put one here. Connect you to there. Then all these start crafting. Oh, those are probably the incorrect recipes, the top ones. I probably haven't updated the recipes on them. Let me just fly over here then. Control V, Control V. No, you're just not getting coal. I could have sworn you have... Huh? What on earth? This is bizarre. It's not crafted. None of these are. But I've got to this. Why none of you crafting? Your coal... But none of you are crafting despite having coal inputs? What on earth is going on? That... Something's gone wrong. Oh, I know what I've done. I haven't replaced these, maybe? That's the only thing I could think of. That's why it's not working. Yes, now it's working. That's bizarre. There you go. So now all these actually are being produced. There we go. So now all this should back up with steel. That's fine. Next off, we just need to convert both these lines into one nice big line. So let's just have... How can I do that? We want... Merger here. Is it priority merger? No. Merge into here. And then this goes out. Then this splitter. This goes into a smart splitter. This goes into a smart splitter like that. Into here. Straight ahead is any. Left overflow. And then we want to just merge this forward. And like that. Then we can just put in these conveyor poles. Use these conveyor poles for what they were purposed to be used for. Like that. And now this should be nicely outputting all lines. Cool. So we don't want both of these to run into sinks for the time being. Now we have to reinforce iron plates, of course we are. I also think when I build a line running out of... I think also running out of rotors over here. Oh, here's some there. I didn't actually bring that many over here, and those use a ton of it. 10 per, and I only bought like... It only stacked to 100, and I didn't really hook them up properly. So you can just run to you. You like that. We won't actually do that. Connect you to that. Then you also go into that. Cool. So now both of these should start. Oh, well, no, they won't do it because they're not connected to power. Ooh, oh, something flying. I don't want to do that. Yeah, and then that goes to there. There we go. And that's just outputting all the steel. Nice. Okay, cool. Now we can actually utilize a very cool item here, which you can, if it's not constantly moving, you can't utilize. But we can actually utilize this right here. One of these. I gotta let it calibrate. But because items are moving constantly, it should be fine. Okay, this is actually a very nice and clean factory so far. It's very clean. Granted, we could probably stick another machine in here. And we'll be fine. Yeah, another machine in here we could probably fit in. But this is a very nice, and this is working perfectly. But it is kind of stopping. Maybe we should upgrade this to a priority merger. Yeah. Let me just make that to a priority merger. This technically will stop it for a second, so let's just do that. Priority merger. Like that. So into here. Into here. Into here. And I want left to take high priority, middle to take medium priority. This will always keep going full speed. This will keep going full speed, whereas this will only go when there's room. Look, now this is just running a lot smoother now. Also, we have more items in the top route because of it. There we go, nice. So this will actually increase the output. 243, 251. Yeah, I've got to let this synchronize because it will take it a second to resync now. You can put one on this one, but this one is... We know what this one is because this will be maxed. This will just be 480, yeah. Let me just recalibrate it now because it went high because there was a backlog of items on it. Because all of it was going on the top line because there was no room on the bottom line for it. Because this top line will probably be the one we'll use first. use up all this, then we'll use up the other one. But because it's been synced, it'll keep things going nicely. Yeah, it seems like 180, I think we get. Yeah, so we have an output of 180. Although it does seem a bit spontaneous. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 180. I think that's going to tell us when it's calibrated. Obviously, this is a permanent 480 because, well, yeah, it's exactly what it's meant for. 480. This one, I'm pretty sure is 180. Yeah, 180 per minute. There we go. Okay, so that being 180 per minute, that being 40. We now got nice numbers on these. So what I need to do now, I think, is because what we want to be producing, I've got the constructors. I want to make, yeah, empty cans. Oh, we've got plastic, not plastics. Oh, it's the wrong. It's not one of these. It's one of these ones. It is a alternate cast iron. Wait a minute. So why do I need steel if I got cast iron? You know what? You make a very good question, me. That is a good question, me. Why am I doing this, me? I don't know. Ah, yeah, because I want to make foundry plates because it's more efficient. I want to use these cast iron plates. It's a lot more efficient because we need. Now the question is, do we build these down here or upstairs? I would say we do this stuff upstairs. Cast iron's 30. That makes 45. So 2 of these that make me 90. And that'll be 3 of these we can run. Okay, yeah. And we'll make all that stuff upstairs. I think we keep just ingots and stuff down here. Also, that's just satisfying, having things constantly running. Granted, these aren't constantly running, because only the first 3 are being used for this entire machine. But obviously, we can take off some of these to do the other ones, but that's fine. So what do we want to actually use these for? That's the question now. What do we actually want to use steel? Well, obviously we need it for the plates. This is going to disrupt the route for a sec, but that's fine. I just want to get this like that. And then we just re-put this on it. Just so we always know what the output is. But we'll leave that. Okay, so with that being the case, we now got our lines kind of being utilized. So what I think I need to do, I do want to put some copper in. We do want to smelt some copper. We luckily right here have a copper vein. Let's see, what copper vein, what quality is this? Normal, that'll do. A normal copper vein. Because now we need to make the copper sheets. Because we need copper sheets for the thingy-majiggy. Let me just go here. Yes, a lot of this doesn't really make sense what I'm doing right now. But it's like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Because I could just, well, I guess I could make them out of plastic, but I think these are a cheaper resource and I'd rather not waste it. Technically it's not wasting it, but I'd rather not use my plastic on that. Let's see, let's go power, not power, production, special, workshop. Yeah, 2 portable miners. Although what we can do eventually, we once we get this built, we'll actually have it feed into a storage, and when storage is full, we'll just start syncing them. Oh, we don't actually really need to do that though, do we? We could sink... How do we do that? Because once it's a full container, we'll never need more than that. Yeah, so we'll have it sink and that's being sent off into one. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so you will output this, but I want to just... How much can we max you out to? 300? That'll do. More than enough, I think. Now, this is where things get tricky. Because I don't know if I want to expand it out this way more. If I want to expand it out this way more, we're going to have to rethink this guy's input. So I think what we'll do actually is just have the input. Transportation, item tower. Here. Do something like this. Then 7, can we connect you into you? And straight into you. The question is, can we go straight between the two, or do we need that intersection? Nope, that works. Number 9. Then put another one in here. Technically I'm burning through cable, but I honestly could not care. Oh, maybe we went a bit too far now. Then we wouldn't mind one right here. Let me actually dismantle this one. Go to this conveyor. Move that there. Oops, I built 2 by mistake. Good, would get rid of the one beneath. Build that like that. Build that like that. Oh, we should actually move this one here back. This is poorly placed. Like this, into here, into here, and then up until here. And then we just need to connect these up to the power source. Like this. Like this, and like that. Cool. So this runs it all the way back to base. In which here we let me just go to this. This isn't even centered with the ones outside. Oh, I guess it can't be, can it? Can it be lined up here? Let's see. Who's wrong positioning? Here. Here. 1, 2, 3. Back nudge it. No, we can't. Never mind. I was trying to perfect it, but we can't perfect it because the placement outside. That's fine. There you go. Then we just have this maybe run up top. We can't even get up top. That's the issue. We also need to get some more like walking routes on these done, or even a jetpack would help. We're saying that we couldn't. We will be able to get once this is done. A jetpack is definitely doable then, because we got a jet. We got the thing unlocked for jetpack, just not the fuel. So 300 into these. So 300 to make these. These use 15, so 300 divided by 15. That's 20 of them. We double it to 30. That's 10 of them. And how many do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. No, 5. Okay, it's 5 here. So let's just actually double it. So it comes out just over this line here, I think we want to, yeah. And it should be in line with these. Like here, there we go. Then we start putting these in. Like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. And then we got our 5, our 10 in here, which will be purely for copper. So how much water do we use off this top pipe? I think this one needs an extra 20. Yeah, that uses 20 plus whatever this is, which is 20 to 40 water. So this should actually have more than enough water that also powered these for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And then right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Except I positioned it in the wrong spot. Whoops. Though it's technically 6, it's not in the right placement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Grab one of these, stick that into there, and really further forward than these ones. They shouldn't be. Let me see. I think that's no, that doesn't look further forward. So why? And those connect nicely. Is this a straight line? It should be. Yep, it is a straight line, so why wouldn't you auto? Okay, now you will fit. But over here, wait a minute, this off-centered. Yeah, I think that's one too far across. Let me just place this underneath so we can actually get the placement right. Let me just nudge it all the way back here. Like that. Cool. Now these should be perfectly lined up. There you go. Auto. Then with this, then we can just fit in. There we go. Like that. Like that. And like that. Then we can put these in like this. And I wouldn't mind then also putting these into here, but I do think these need to be lined up with their own things. One here. Should have one right here. Should be one right here. And there should be one right here. Cool. And with that being the case, we can now then... Auto doesn't work as well. I just want to go horizontal like that. Horizontal like that. Horizontal like that. Horizontal like that. Cool, and that's all those powered up. Nice. Oh, and also we need one here, but I kind of misplaced it. We haven't. I need to put one in here. 1, 2, 3. And that nudges it there, and then that lines up perfectly. Conveniently, otherwise I've been in trouble. There we go. So now we just need items coming through, which will be fine, I think. What we need to do is just have logistics, a bunch of splitters going down the middle, I think. So we could have something like splitter here, here, splitter here, splitter here, splitter here, splitter here. Nope, not there. Splitter there, splitter there, splitter there. Oh, I fell out of the base. There we go. How much ore does each one of these take actually? 15? Yeah, we have these marked ones. These are Mark 1s, whereas no, those are not meant to be like that. That Mark 1 here. Mark 2 here. Mark 4 here. You then Mark 1 into here. You Mark 1 into here. Jump here. 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 Like that. And like that. So now that should power all of these. That will supply all of these with the necessary things. I do realize I've made a mistake. These do need... Firstly, they need to be copper, not iron. And secondly, I think these are running at 200%. So, copy this. And we just need to copy and paste these all back. We'll do it from the backs because it'll be easier. All those are done. All these, then do all these. There you go. Nice, all these pasted in. And I should also have the... how much are we down to now? 55. We are running out of those quickly. Which means it's 20 each. So how much does this use? 10. That uses 10 of them. But did it go nicely into 10? Let me see, was it? Yeah, it does, obviously. It says 10 of them. That uses 200 water. 240 total on this one circuit, so we're fine, yeah. So the water on this fine. The water input's fine on here. Obviously now. The question is, do we make the... The question is, do we make the... Will we produce the... Do we want to produce the steam sheets down here, or do we do that upstairs? I think, honestly, we do that upstairs. Also, this factory is looking so nice and organized. It's amazing. You know, this is exactly what I want of a factory. May excuse me? Should that be constant? Yeah, it's not constant, is it? Because it's running... Huh. The coal's backed up because it's... The coal is not running... Oh, we're not running at full efficiency? That's weird. We should be, though. One sec. This top line is supposed to be... capped out. If my math is correct, it should be capped out. That's 130. Yeah. Like what? My map is wrong. 130 times 3. Oh, I'm an idiot. We don't have enough on it. Okay, we do need to fix this line. We do have to merge lines. I just completely mucked up my calculations on the... How did I muck up my calculations so badly? Okay, let me just quickly put this in. Go to that, go to that. What we need to do is just get... You don't need a smart splitter. But merge it just so we can get it lined up nicely. There was smart splitter here. This then runs... Oh, yeah, we can do it like this. We just run that like that. So you run into that. You run into that. This want left to be overflow. Actually, we actually want to change this to a smart priority merger. Well, logistics. Priority merger. like that. We also need to replace this in that case. Priority, so middle always high priority, whereas side is left. Left side is only medium priority. And then this can run out. And then what we'll do, we'll quickly just disconnect that. Connect it there. Now let's hopefully this should now constantly run at 100% because that is technically not producing the correct one. Yeah, this is going to be affected because obviously now we've stopped sending in resources, so this will need a bit of rejigging. So what I will do actually is turn off the sinks because we need them to back up. There you go. We know, well, we're making a lot of these. There are 36 coupons. Not that I really have used 36 coupons, but you know. There you go. Now I should just fix up that problem we're having there. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We just want this to all back up. We'll wait till this line stops moving. Because the coal's backed up, we just need to wait for this to back up because the manifolds. Okay, that seems a good way. Now we can turn it back on. There we go, turn it back on. Okay, so now we can ignore that. Hate that bug. Okay, and then right here we just need to hook up the outputs here, which again, that's easy. How much output is this going to do? 75 times 10, that's 750. Ooh, that's not nice. 750, that's a lot from one resource node as well, no less. 750 times 5. No, 55 is 375, yeah. So that's fine. We'll have to do the same thing in this thing here and just have them. We need to do the same thing here and just have one line maxed out, I think. Like this. And then we can just run this in here, this into here, this into here, this into here. 75 means we can't actually use we can't, because of 75 we can't use Mark 1s because they'll get overrun. So we'll just use Mark 3s because we got more of them. I don't have much for Mark 2. I don't have much plates on me, reinforced plates. I don't want to use that. Okay, this will do. That's the output hooked up. We also want the output over here to be hooked up, so it shouldn't be too complicated. Just literally running into a conveyor line full of mergers. Merge. 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 And we just want Mark 3s going into them. Mark 3s, Mark 3s, Mark here. Yeah, there you go. Then we just want to get one of these conveyors in. Are you right up against the yes you are, so we want the same here. And then here. This needs to come up by one more. It's still a bit too cramped. And then this can just run along here. Like that. Question is, how do you want to connect this up? So I guess what we could do is merge it here. Logistics. priority merger here. We then want a smart splitter up there. Like that. And with that, we would then want that there. Be out of industrial beans. Let me grab some more. Okay, now that's actually running properly as well. Now that's nice. We need to put some stairs in. That's fine. Here we go. Grab another 300 will do. This factory is coming together so nice. Despite the fact that this is just a very simple factory that's only producing me steel at the moment, I really like it. Again, this shouldn't have changed, no. 165? It went down? Okay, that's weird. Let me just replace it, see if it recalibrates. Maybe it didn't recalibrate properly. There's no way that that's less than it was 180. How can it be less than what it was despite the fact that we've hooked it up more? I don't know. Also, it might explain why the items felt weird. Looking at it, I thought the items felt a bit weird. This is probably why. We can do something like that. So let's say overflow is right. Overflow right. No, overflow middle. Any right. Then we just mark like this. Then we just want to put them into open sinks as well. That. Okay, and then I just want this one. We'll connect it this. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, connect this way. Exactly how I wanted to connect anyway, so that works. Then, oh, look, I need to power that there. Like that. And then I just want to get, well, we know, we'll put them on both, but I know what the other one will get. One there, one there. Even though technically I know what that'll output. Now we just need to run this line into the machine. Okay, so let's this machine fire up. I will actually turn off these because I do need it to back up because of the manifolds. Okay, you know what? I'm really liking this. This is... Oh, also connecting it to power would probably be a good idea. Like that, and then we want to put one in here. And then this one will connect to these. And like connecting like this, we now connect that up to this one. And we should now have power to them all. Yes, they do. Let's see now, this should start outputting a lot of copper, hopefully. There we go. Wow, yep, that's definitely starting to come out quickly. And it's already backed up this side. That side's obviously going to back up a lot faster. Let's just leave it back up for a second. At this side, fully back up. Well, now that's all backed up. Let's go turn this on. Let's turn on. Turn on. Is this actually... Okay, 65. That's no problem. There we go. Obviously, again, this top one's going to have less. That is such a nice design for it. I'm happy with that design I worked out with for the emergence here. That just makes life so much easier. Although I do need to think, I need to rethink the bottom one. This a high priority. This one medium priority. Which should mean this. Oh yeah, because the side one's coming on there, it's going to be. Oops, I took a photo. Okay. Wait a minute. This is not. It's struggling to do all the manifolds. Why is it struggling to do all the manifolds? It's 30 per minute. It's 30 per minute, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, which is 300. So why is it not? Okay, maybe we need to just turn these off a bit longer, just until that middle manifold fills up. Maybe we didn't let it fill up. That could be the problem. Also, just for safety, let me just put one of these on it to make sure we are getting the... We should be getting 300. This is what it was set to. Yeah. I just want to make sure it's actually getting that. Oh yeah, I think we just got to let this back up first. Okay, we'll just... Yeah, we need to wait till this stops moving. Never mind, yeah. Okay. Are you guys being used? Yeah, you are, obviously now, because you're putting this to fill up this line. Because that's actually... I need to update those, because those are wrong. Okay, let me just redo these. I just want to get these correct. So, we get N 160 times 3. Yeah, why? Have I put my input wrong? 130, that's why, you delivering fool. 130 times 3. 390, there we go. There you go. That's exactly what I want to do. And obviously those don't go anywhere, so it's fine. How backed up is this? Not fully backed up yet. We need to wait till this is completely backed up. But on this factory's coming along nicely. We also got a nice conveyor belt in there. These ones come from quite a bit away. That's fine. Ah, this is nice. This is very nice. It's working very well. It also looks nice as well, which is good. That's still the upfront. Cool. What should we do next is the issue. What should we do next? This will actually allow us to then build our... Technically, our next thing to build would be the sheets. We can then use copper sheets and then make those into you know what? I need to get rid of this front. You know, I do like it, but it's just gonna get in the way. Especially since I've got to raise the floor up here anyway. Let me just get rid of it. I can always rebuild this. Don't go to those. Those ones are actually there for a reason. Go to all this. That, and that. There you go. Coolio. Next off, we need to clear the platform. Clear blueprints. Destroy this. And then we can do, I think we wanted 2 tall, like 4. 2 tall works quite well. No, it wasn't before, it's 3 tall, we had it before. Do we do a 2 tall? 2 tall or 3 tall is the question. Honestly, I think 3 tall is more than enough. Do something like this. Then we just need to zoop this down here. Now we want to zoop this over here. Then we just place these in. Like this. Come on, yeah, this should then get the floor done. Obviously, then this would be all the way down here. Just using what I've learned from my using what I've learned from my past experiences to improve this factory. What I've learned is I made a lot of mistakes. This was a good idea. Logistic floors is definitely a good idea. So this leaves us with that. Let me just jump down here to clear up these. Something like that. Cool. Yes, it's also kind of a step back to remove the actual building itself. But in a way, it's a step back. But I also think it's a needed one because it was getting to be more of a problem than anything else. Having all of those. Yes, okay. Now this is the actual floor level. What we could do is... Let me actually grab my biofuel just for some deforestation fun. And then we need... I think the next thing to do here is hook up trains, I think. Yeah, I think trains would probably be the next thing to do over here. That way we can start getting in... Well, get the what's the twosies crafting, and with the things crafting, hopefully, am I getting attacked? Yeah, I am. Yeah. Now with that. Once we get trains, we can get oil transported over here. I wish oil train carts weren't so bad. Because if they weren't, I would definitely put them to good use. Maybe that's something I could also try to get running over here. Some explosives. Because I could definitely use some. Or just in general just get some what you call it, sulfur research done. I haven't actually done anything in the sulfur tree, have I? No, not really. Granted, I will need to get coal as well for that to make them powder, but that's fine. Nothing we can't do. Because I'm actually locking some new recipes as well. It's always a good thing, new recipes. So I think this has cleaned the area quite nicely. Also, trains, amazing. Can never go wrong with a good old train. That's why I'm clearing this area, because I want to be able to build the train station over here. Just cleaning this area up is kind of needed. It also means cleaning this up. Luckily this is only a cheap one, so we can just grab no high tier resources, not that we need them. And now it's like it was never there. Cool. Let me actually just clean this up. There's still a lot of items around, bushes and whatnot. Like to be able to see. Which wasn't really a problem with the desert, because the desert really didn't have... There's not much growing in the desert. Especially the desert I settled in. Cool. Okay, that's kind of come together nicely. I think we're going to have a little shorter stream today. I don't think we're going to go till 12 o'clock like I did yesterday. Not really a particular reason, I just think we should. I just don't fancy streaming as long as I did. Okay, cool. So obviously now we've got here. So you got this area cleared out. We might need to move you. Well, no, we're going to have to move you. So what I'm going to do in advance, let me just copy you, is to place it down here. Like that. Oh, if I could actually place it in the right orientation would be great. I want to place it down here. That. Because I want to get rid of that one. Because it's going to get in the way. Now we can get rid of that and it shouldn't cause any problems. Everything should keep running as is because it's all reconnected up. So we get rid of these. That's where my boombox went. I wondered where I put that. Pick up. I wondered where I put my boombox. There you go. So this now leaves us with plenty of room to put in trains. I think we definitely want like an L here. We want the platforms in here. Whether we have... That's the question. Do we want them coming in from this way? Or do you want them coming in from this way? Granted, we do have our water pumps there. Not that I really think it'd be that much of a pump. So we have it like here. We'd have all that room. And I preferably want to get items from outside the area. Maybe that'd be easier. Or do we want... Let me have a look at resource. If I go to the interactive map, yes, it's a bit cheaty, but it just lets you plan things out a little bit better. Well, it helps you plan stuff out because you know where resources are. If all my resources from here, I'll have go on the outside of the map. So basically, there's a lot of resources over here I want to transport. A lot of items here I want to transport. So what we couldn't do is just have the train go around the outside like that. Yeah, that works, yeah. So in that case, it's better that way. Okay, so then, if that's the case, how many do we want? That's the next thing. Let's see, building this line here. Is that a good place for the start, or should we move it forward one? No, I think that's good. Plus, we can expand factory backwards more. Perfectly fine, so we got the room to do that. Like this. Like this. like this, like this, like this, like this. Granted, now we do need to chop down these trees over here. They're getting in the way. Get out my way, trees. You're being a pain. And we don't like you being a pain, so get rid of them. Thank you. Oh, we've got these bushes a bit. Okay, that works. Can we get up there? No, I can't get up there. Like that. Now comes the interesting bit. How do we hook up stations? Because obviously we want a few stations here. Transportation, train station. Transportation, train station. We want these in like here. We don't, yeah, you want them kind of on the edge here. We'll use as much room as we can. Obviously, I would say I would like them right up against each other like that, but it also makes item transportation a bit tricky. But no, we can have groups of two because you'll have yours out this side, yours come out that side. Yeah, and then we have gap in between them. Which ideally I want to be a 2 conveyor gap. A 2 conveyor measurement is my favorite measurement because it's just a good way to have things. There we go. So like that. We can get rid of that. There's only 4 train stations, which honestly isn't that many trains. 4 trains. We can then have them filter into 1 lines each. Although I do think getting an obelisk soon will be good, because we do need to get rid of those gas zone. And I think we should probably move all these items as well. I think this is going to be good. Just clean this up a bit, because it's going to get in the way there. Okay, well this area doesn't have any use, so what we're going to do is we're going to do industrial storage. Here. 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 This one here I'm just going to dump my inventory off into. Then this one here, grab you, dismantle you. Grab you, dismantle you. Grab all that, cool. And then dump this onto here. And here. Then empty all these. Oh, I got dismantled paper, that's fine. We'll grab that in a second. Place all that in there. Place all that in there. And we can get rid of this one. There you go. And that's all our items we have over here. And we've now just cleaned that up. It also changed the fact I can't have the staircase here. Now there's trains here, but that's fine. We can put that in elsewhere. So, I think with that being the case, I do actually want still to have ramps down. Like that. Like that. Like that. There we go. Just so we can get this all looking a little bit nicer. There you go. So that looks nice. So it kind of just shows a ramp down. Though kind of not very nice to look at, but that does okay. It does the trick. We then obviously have the trains we need to actually hook up and get the routes working. So like for you, for example, we need... Oh, this can be a pain to line up because it's not actually... Yeah, it's not nudge it, nudge it. Yeah, there. It's not centered on here, so we're gonna have to manually nudge them into place, which is fine. Nudge, 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 nudge. Here. Also, we're running out of concrete. I'll have to wait for my things to my dimensional depot to refill. Because in theory, and also I have used a lot of it. It's side, side, side. Here you go. And then right here, doot. And then these will be our train routes, which I want to have go this way. But we're gonna have to take a pause on that because we've run out of concrete. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll have this convert into a 2 route. So, yeah. We have these convert into a 2 route. That's fine, but we just need to wait for concrete to refill. It's also 20 past. What time is... How long have we been streaming for? Just hit the 2-hour mark, and I think that's as much as I want to stream for today. And honestly, I think we made really good progress. We got started the train system here. We also got the steelworks going. We can also now get... We also got copper being crafted as well. Our copper works is also on the way now too. So all in all, it's gone quite well. Our copper's going. Our steel production is also going nicely. So we're producing a nice hefty bit of resources. Oh, I need to color code all this stuff. I haven't colored it yet. So we need to get... Next thing up is to make plates. Make some plates so we can craft we want to start crafting both steel plates as well as steamed copper sheets. Then with those two we can then start making with plates and steamed sheets. We can then make a bunch of what you could call them, canisters, I think they're called. So we can start packaging fuel, and then with those we'll use those to package these. So each of these can have a package wagon on them. Each train can have a package wagon, which will then be responsible for transporting items back and forth. So that should be good. We also then have to build a train track here. We need a multi-lane track. So it needs to have 2 lanes, one way, one the other way. We also need to connect all these up, get these built. But, you know, it is coming together nicely. All the resources here are obviously naturally grabbed. I think we got that is the coal, our coal input. Those we got our iron inputs. Iron inputs there. And over here we have our copper input. All of which is supplying this output here, which is a lot of, I think it's 480, a lot of copper and a lot of steel. And we're also producing a lot of extra, what you call it as well, extra iron. We're not sinking it, which we could honestly sink it. We can just, to sink it wouldn't be that hard. We just put another lane here, and then it comes from here, joins up over here, and then comes from here. But you know, that'd be my next project thing to do. But as for now, we're not going to do that, and I think we're going to end stream here. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider following and subscribing. If you have done so already, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. And I'll be live again tomorrow. And with what? I don't know. We might continue this. We might be continuing this, or either this or maybe some Doki Doki. There's a fan game I'm looking forward to playing, so there's also that. But up until that point, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.